Hi guys, it's Mr. Harvey again. This video is going to show you how to use the pegs on your cello to tune the string in case you have a string that has become really flobbery, or maybe your fine tuner is all the way in and you can't turn the fine tuner anymore. So the first thing you need to know about the pegs is that you have to be careful with them. I make it look pretty easy in class. I turn them really fast, but that's because I have a lot of practice. So please go slow when you're using these pegs. The first step with your cello is you want to make sure that you have the cello facing you and it's kind of maybe locked between your legs. Maybe it's in front of your bed so that in case the cello falls, it won't fall all the way to the ground. So make sure your cello is secure while you're attempting to use the pegs. What I want you to do first is you're actually going to loosen the peg, which might sound silly because your string's already loose and out of tune. You want to loosen the peg so that you get a feel for how what it's gonna feel like when you twist the peg. So I'm gonna start by just taking the A string peg, and you can tell which string it goes with because you follow the string up the instrument and you can see which peg it's attached to. So I'm gonna turn the peg towards me and it's gonna sound like this. Okay, so now my A string is super loose. My next step is that when I'm turning the peg, I'm going to turn it away from me and push the peg sort of into the sound box. I'm kind of trying to shove it in a little bit so that it stays put. So what that's going to sound like is this. Again, I've got one hand that's going to pluck the string while I'm turning the peg very slowly. Oh, it slipped. So I need to retry it and I'm going to push in a little bit harder. Okay, the peg has stayed put and I think the string is pretty close to an A. My next step, of course, would be I'm going to try it with the fine tuner to get it even more in tune. Now, if you're somebody who has a string that's not flobbery, but your fine tuner won't go in anymore, what you're going to have to do is loosen the fine tuner like all the way. Okay, so turn that fine tuner all the way to the left. It's going to make the string go really flat. Right now I'm doing the D string. I'm turning it counterclockwise. The string's getting really loose. So now, again, with my D string peg, I'm going to start by loosening it to get a feel for what the peg is feeling like. So I'm going to loosen. Yeah, it's really loose right now. Okay, so now my next step is I'm going to push in the peg as I'm plucking the string. Remember to go slow. Okay, the string is now pretty close to a D. I now have the chance to use the fine tuner and I can tighten it if I need to because I have already loosened it. So I hope that's really helpful for you guys. Again, go slow. Use video 3 so you have a chance to hear the note. Maybe you have a tuning app and you can just have the note play constantly so that your ear can match the sound. I hope this was helpful. Go easy on the pegs and email me if you have any questions. Thanks.